Yay, peeps! How you all doing out there on the worldwide wobbly marvelous? Lyric Elle here with you for the new moon in Cancer reading. Yay! I know, a second new moon in Cancer. We had the first new moon at 0 degrees of Cancer around about the 20th, 21st of June 2020. So, how's it been? Good? Have we been learning to nurture ourselves and care for ourselves? Putting our own shell on first? Yes, indeed, we have. So now this second new moon in Cancer is at 28 degrees. So right at the end. So we had the whole 4 weeks, month to initiate any new feelings that we would like to feel. Anyways, we talk to ourselves, talk to others. This is our body. Cancer, the fourth house on the wheel of the zodiac. So now we have a 28-degree new moon coming round about. I think around about the 20th of July, right? 20th, 21st of July, depending where you sit on the planet. So what does Cancer bring? Cancer's an initiative sign, a cardinal sign such as Aries, Capricorn, and also Libra. Now, if we remember, go back to Libra last year, they had the two new moons, and we'd learned how to relate better with ourselves and others, and which is more favourable to each other. And now with this Cancer, we've learnt to care for ourselves as much as we care for others. And also to, let's see, what else did we do during Cancer season? Well, I got over my double malaria that I had. And lots of thanks and gratitude for the people who helped with that. So we learnt a lot of self-care. We learned how to initiate better habits, hopefully. Better eating habits, better ways to look after the body, giving ourselves more exercise, a bit of a stretch, keeping those waters going within, shall we say, because Cancer is a water sign. So this has been a lot of learning about beginnings and endings. And also when we had the first new moon in Cancer, we had Mars in Pisces, and Mars was coming to the end of the zodiac. So we were feeling a lot of drudge. Our actions were showing where they have led us to, and we had to peacefully go through these waters, or maybe not so peacefully, to get to a newer beginning. And now Mars is in his own sign of Aries, and so he's back on his warrior stance. So we will all be feeling a more forceful energy within ourselves to see where Aries is in your chart. But right now we have the Sun in Cancer. We also have Mercury in Cancer at 6 degrees. So let's read a bit of my time passages and see where we are. So hopefully we've learnt a lot about ourselves, a lot about what we like on the inside, or how we like our feelings to feel, and manoeuvring our way around that course for the journey of our own lives. Obviously we'll meet others on the way and integrate or initiate as we can, as we go. So we have Mercury in Cancer right now, reading from Time Passages, my app. So Mercury represents mind and is a quick-moving planet that spends only 2 to 3 weeks in a sign unless retrograde. We've just come out of retrograde, haven't we, with Mercury in Gemini there. Okay, with Mercury in Cancer, everyone's mental processes is influenced by emotions, and it becomes challenging to exercise pure logic. Your thoughts turn to the past and possibly to domestic matters. You and others around you will communicate with greater sensitivity than usual and more intuitively. In addition, you may discover that your memory improves significantly. Cancer's known for remembering things from the past, from holding the past and passing on messages, stories, information. And with Mercury being in Cancer, these are the kind of issues that we'll be looking at, because Mercury is our speech and how we express ourselves. Very quick moving planet, as the words say. So we have Mercury there in Cancer. So this will be together with the Sun at the Moon. When they come together, that'll be at 28 degrees around about Monday or the 20th, or Tuesday the 21st of July, depending where you are on the planet. And the Sun will be at 28 degrees, and Saturn will be directly opposite. Saturn, the planet of structure. It's in Capricorn right now, very strong in its own home sign. And that will be at 28 degrees. So we'll be seeing a fullness. We'll be seeing a new way of endings and beginnings, and how structures are changing right now. Obviously, we can see by the work structure has changed quite a bit. A lot of more people were working from home, which is great for some people but not for all, and also so some people will be gaining and some people will not. So you have to see which benefits ourselves and others to an extent. So we'll be coming to endings on how we worked previously and initiating new ways in this cardinal new moon of Cancer. So Saturn's there giving the support to change structures, to build firm foundations in a new way. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Let's see, and we have Venus, planet of our love and value, how we value ourselves. And she is currently in Gemini. So Venus in Gemini. With Venus in Gemini, everyone's love nature becomes more curious, and there is a greater need for variety and mental stimulation, especially in romance. This is a wonderful time to write love letters or to connect with someone on an intellectual level. Now more than ever, the brain becomes the largest erogenous zone. It's also possible that folks are more fickle right now in financial and relationship matters. So with Venus being in the next sign to one she currently rules, because she rules Taurus, and Gemini is the next sign. So she has a lot of conversation. Obviously, Gemini is known for its conversation, the sign of the twins, the sign of duality. Yeah, exactly, speaking to each other. It's an earth sign. Earth signs love to speak. So our love matters will be more concerned about how we can conversate with the person that we are getting to know, as they say. So this is how Venus in Gemini is working right now. So she's gone forward because we did have a retrograde there, didn't we? Where Venus went back to 5 degrees. I think she was about 18, 20 degrees, something like that. I need to have a look at my notes, but not right this second. And like I was saying, Mars is back in his own sign of Aries. So we'll read that from the time passages. Mars is the planet of action, energy, and motivation, and spends about 7 to 8 weeks in each sign, unless retrograde. Now, Mars is going to go retrograde in his own sign of Aries. So when that time comes, we'll be looking again at our actions, better ways to integrate actions with how we are going forward right now. So it gives us a chance to rethink and redo. But right now, Mars is going forward. Okay? So with Mars in Aries, life speeds up significantly for you and for everyone. Behavior might be impulsive and impatient right now, but actions are also directed with greater courage. In general, the urge to assert independence and personality is stronger with a greater increased drive to pioneer something new. So it's a very initiative sign, a cardinal sign, just like the Sun Cancer. So we have a lot of cardinal energy right now, pushing forward, aiding us in our drives and ambitions, and to produce new ways forward as we come to this end of this Cancer season. Yes, and pretty soon, about another week or so, we'll be jumping into Leo, into our heart space. Cancer also rules the heart, and as I was saying, the breasts and the intestines is by Virgo, but it's all that area of where we care for our inner organs and how they need to be secure and well looked after. Okay, so enjoy this new moon in Cancer when it comes at 28 degrees, and see how well you have done of caring for yourself and others around you, and how you've initiated that on the way probably we speak to ourselves, the things that we've decided to love and not to love, to give our attention to or not. Yeah, so we just got to keep ourselves going, and in that way become our own version of ourselves and give people permission to do the same, as they say. Okay, so I'm going to have a look at the Soul Traveller journey cards for all of the signs. So since it's the water season and it's Cancer, we'll start with that. However, the card that I did pull for the ending of this new moon in Cancer, it's grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Indeed, it does. Being thankful. There's lots to be thankful for on this planet, and we should do that indeed. Yeah, I'm glad to start feeling much better. The eaglet has landed. Yes, back in London town, as they say. So for the water signs, which are Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces, have a beautiful new moon in Cancer, and yours is valiant courage. Take action with passion. There you go. Very courageous new moon there in Cancer, initiating love and family and home, honouring the self, keeping that shell nice and shiny. That's right, looking after ourselves with valiant courage there. That's for you, water signs. And for the fire signs, which are Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Let's see what card we have here. Looks like this one for you. And it says, gates of triumph, success expands in my life. There you go, fire signs. Got a bit more drive and courage there with Mars in his own sign, giving everyone a bit of a light there. There you go, fire signs. And the air signs, which are Gemini, Libra and Aquarius. Let's see what soul, sacred, traveler journey card you have, my sweeties. And it says, watching clouds, lie back, rest and relax. There you go, air signs. Keeping that communication as we think our thoughts of what we like to communicate and expand with. That's for the air signs. And for the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. Oops, okay. This one has come out for you, and it says, discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. So there you go, earth signs. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep that newness growing. Indeed. And the card for all of us on this beautiful 28-degree moon in Cancer. Secure your feelings, secure your endeavors. And it says, miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. Indeed we do. As we give much gratitude to all that we come into contact with, and direct our lives in miraculous ways. We think, gosh, how did that happen? How did I get through that? Indeed, following the self, vibrating with the self, knowing you are the genie inside that bottle. Okay, well, thank you very much for being with me. And if you want to see any of my other videos, I've done a whole range of different platforms. I'm there on Instagram as The Academic Gem. And I've also got a few videos that aren't on Elle Productions, and they're on The Academic Gem of YouTube. Okay, thank you very much for being with me and sharing our time together. And I'll see you pretty soon. Yay!